Story time. So y'all please tell me if I'm wrong. So today this dude wrote me on Instagram and he was like,
that mean that you're insecure?
Those are my boundaries though.
It's really common here for when two people go on a first date that they split the bill.
The good men are everywhere. They are everywhere, sis. The problem is...
What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself?
Story time. So y'all please tell me if I'm wrong. So today this dude wrote me on Instagram and he was like, can I send you money? Let me send you money for lunch. So I was like, okay. I wrote him back and I was like, send it. So he wrote me and was like, okay, what's your cash app? So I sent him the cash app. Yeah, I just knew I was finna open my cash app and I was finna have at least probably about $100. You get what I'm saying? Because like, that's, I eat and that's how much I spend on my food. Yeah, I opened my cash app and this man sent me $30. Yeah, yes, $30. And I'm just like, at first I'm like, damn, like, am I ungrateful? Like, but then I had to ask people and they was like, nah, because I'm like, $30 is not even half a tank in my car. Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what did you think I was gonna eat? It's like, when I go and eat, I eat full course meals. Like, I order a appetizer, a entree, and a dessert, and a drink. That can't even get me 2 drinks. Like,
Yeah.
and then this man had the audacity to write me back and say, let me get to know you that I mean, like, y'all be for real. Like, tell me, am I wrong? Like, I don't even spend $30 on lunch on my, like, I spend over that on myself. So it's...
When you give a woman options, she starts to act like she has standards because you're relinquishing too much power. She knowing darn well she is not spending $100 a day to eat. Nobody is spending that much, especially when you're single.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Are you a leader?
Of course. You can't tell?
No, that's why you gotta ask. Okay, what do you like to do for fun?
Work very hard, and that's pretty much it. Make a lot of money, and take care of everybody around me.
Are you jealous?
No.
Okay.
But I do have boundaries.
What's your boundaries?
I mean, I could...
Like, what would make you upset?
What would make me upset?
Yeah, or what would be like, I don't want to talk to this person anymore?
Like if I just tell you not to do something, and then like you deliberately do it again, you know? Like if we're dating, I wouldn't want you to go out to the club with your girls. So.
You say you wouldn't want me to go to the club with my girls?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you want me to stay at home all the time?
No, I mean, we could be together all the time. What the fuck you need to be at the club for?
No, I'm not saying like if we go, okay, so if I went out every now and then with my girls?
No.
That mean that you're insecure?
I mean, if you don't like them, it's okay, you can leave. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna stop you. Those are my boundaries, though.
Women have to understand, men boundaries is you not advertising yourself to other men. When you're going to the club, girls trips, that's advertisement to other men to see if you still got it. When you fully in love with your man, you kind of cut your girlfriends off. Most women that are in love, that's what they do. And then they let the man lead the relationship.
You saying that I can't go out with my friends, right?
Can you answer me something?
Yeah.
If you are in a relationship with somebody and you really love them,
yeah,
and they're doing everything they need to do as a man for you, what the f do you need to be out the club for?
I'm not gonna say that because, okay, let me tell you. So I'm like a very submissive woman.
Okay.
Okay, I like to take care of my man. Like as far as in the household, I like to cook, I like to clean, but like controlling, I don't like that.
I'm not controlling though. I don't control anything. I tell you my boundaries, and if you cross it, then I'm just gonna tell you, hey, look, I don't f with that. So like, you can go this way, and I'll go my way. I'm not gonna ever tell you to not do something. I don't control shit. I've never been that way, but I do enforce my boundaries.
Okay.
And I make them clear from the very get-go. I don't sit there and wait until like the middle of a relationship to start setting these boundaries like all these other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So if I tell you boundaries in the beginning of a relationship and you agree to them, and then later on in the relationship, you cross them,
yeah,
I'm gonna just have to be like kindly, like, hey, listen to me. I told you my boundaries and you crossed them, so I'm gonna have to go this way, you go that way.
Okay, so what if me and my homegirls wanted to go out for brunch? Would you go with us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get my rose.
All right.
Women cannot stand a man with standards because it removes the power away from them and it causes them to fall into feminine frame. Women get so used to being a dominant frame and controlling simps that when it comes across a real man, sometimes they just try to ruffle the feathers on him. But if he doesn't break, then they automatically submit. This is something that modern day men need to understand. Make sure you maintain alpha frame and you'll be surprised at how a woman reacts to it.
In Germany, if you did not know, it's really common here for when two people go on a first date that they split the bill. So like the woman pays her portion and the man pays his portion. And the other thing about that is that on the date, you're only going to pay for what you consume. So let's say I got a margarita for $8 and he just got water, free water. When the total bill comes out, it's very common for the man or whoever to be like, hey, I didn't drink that margarita, so I don't want to split it like that. I want to pay for what I ate. So I went to the internet to try to figure out why is it like this, because this is not like how it is in America.
And this is why you have so many American women that do not move to Germany.
If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a 6-figure plus income?
I do
Wait, speak English, go ahead.
Go ahead. I work at one of the I work at one of the best clubs in Las Vegas.
You seem like you're having trouble with English for a second. What skills do you have that would help you earn a 6-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right, nothing. There's nothing there's no skills that I have.
Because you're a cocktail server in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now, and that's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us. Please,
but the fact is,
doctor.
I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type. You're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. Okay. And then you walk away, tell someone else Jack and Coke. They hand you a Jack and Coke. You come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it? It's a hard work. And what about it?
Yeah, there is no skill set is the point, which is to say if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
He does have a point. Get in the comments and let me know. Is he spitting facts or not?
Excuse me. You ready? I didn't drop the weight, I dropped the ball. How much is that weight?
She clearly dropped the weight, but yet she's in denial.
Oh my God. I was 19 and he was 3 years older than me. And I mean, back then, we all know, even now, dating a Nigerian man is taboo. You'll be called names and whatnot. And mitolotolo, they will human traffic you, they will scam you, and all of those things. And I was still young. And then when he got me pregnant, I was forced to... Exactly, yeah, rape. Exactly. And that's what really happened. Yes, and I was young and, I didn't have a choice.
By the state? Or by who?
Okay, by someone. Let's just say family. Let's just leave it like that. We can't say the state. We can't say. Yeah, so it was taboo. Nigeria and whatnot. It's a long story, but let me just cut it short. He was falsely accused of me while he didn't rape me. I wanted to tell the truth, and when I got the chance, he was arrested for about 7 or 8 months. And then I told but when they were busy investigating the case, I told him, but this was my boyfriend and he's the father of this child. And then they said to us, okay, we need to wait for the child to be born. And if the DNA test comes positive who is the father, then utla out of this case. Should he be lying, he's the father of the child, or he impregnated you while he didn't, as an example, he will be sentenced. And then the baby was born. They took the swab, go maternity ward, and they took a swab, and the DNA test came back positive. Okay? You know what's sad? Then they let him go.
Guys, remember
and then he went out.
No.
Yeah, and then he went out. Immediately when he came out, he went to Europe. Because obviously,
it's traumatized.
He was traumatized. And he came here because South Africa. He was not even a year old in South Africa. Brother. He was still fairly new in South Africa, His mother had to sell her shop for the lawyers and all of those things.
Cold-blooded, accused that man as the R word, and he was really the father of your child. You were really in a relationship because of someone else's jealousy. And then when he gets out of jail, he runs right to Europe and don't want nothing to deal with you. Hey, I would have did the same thing.
So, if you must fight, then strike only at those combatants who attacked you. Do not attack women, children, the elderly, or those retreating in their places of worship. Do not cut down trees or kill animals. Fighting against aggressors is allowed regardless of their faith. Fighting innocents is prohibited regardless of their faith. The Quran makes it clear that men and women are equal before God and before the law. If there are any abuses against women that are cultural practices in Muslim countries, they contradict Islamic teachings. Islam guarantees the freedom of non-Muslims to practice their faith as well as protection for their places of worship. The Prophet said, "Whoever harms a non-Muslim under the protection of Islam, I shall be their opponent on Judgment Day, and they will not even smell paradise." The Quran teaches 3 types of brotherhood. You have your brotherhood in humanity, all humans being equal. You have your biological brotherhood, your siblings, and you have your brotherhood in faith, your fellow Muslims. If Judgment Day arrives and you have a seedling in your hand, plant it regardless, and don't waste water even if you live by the river. The Prophet prohibited polluting water sources and promised a heavenly reward for planting trees to feed animals, birds, and humans. He taught that a good deed done to an animal is like a good deed done to a human being. The Prophet prohibited the use of live birds and animals for target, the killing of animals for sport, slaughtering an animal in front of another animal, and forbade overburdening animals and underfeeding them. Best among their believers are those who are best to their wives, and that paradise lies under the feet of the mother.
I'm going to let y'all get in the comments on that one.
Want to let you know as an update, the good men are everywhere. They are everywhere, sis. The problem is you either have disqualified them for your own unrealistic, ridiculous requirements, or they have been so scared from accusations, being told that they are harassing, or, thinking that you want them to approach you, but then carrying on like, how dare they find the audacity to approach you. I mean, at this point, they're everywhere and they're never going to speak to you. You have to speak to them first now. So this is what you get. This is what you get when you scare men into believing that they can never be right. They can never win. They don't understand women at all. They can't even pick up cues anymore. This is what you get. You get confusion, and you get an entire generation of men who would rather be by themselves than to risk talking to you.
Ladies, you got to start paying attention. There's no excuses now. If you do not have a man, you have to self-reflect, and you may have to go out there and get the guy that you want. A lot of the good guys are taken. So there's slim pickings. You better get to it.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
Tell me.
Listen, there's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. Where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you, and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we not looking at you. But there's plenty good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit, he ain't shit, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself? Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That man went hard. That's what women are not understanding. Majority of women that are saying there are no good men, you've already hit the wall. The only thing that's left for you is stragglers. A lot of good dudes are going to get noticed the closer they get to 30, and a lot of good men are going to get taken up. Only the wall hitters don't have a chance.
$1 a year, this is going to piss you off, so just get ready. Now do the math with me. My fella's making $50,000 a year. This is going to piss you off, so just get ready. Now do the math with me. $50,000 before taxes is about $30,000 after taxes. After you pay your $1,500 rent, you're left with about $12,000 for the year. When you look at that $12,000 for the year and your car insurance costs you about $1,200 of it, and your electric and your gas, and let's not forget about groceries, right? You gotta eat. Now you're left with literally $1,000 a month even before you pay all your bills. Let's say you pay all your bills, you're left with about $400. That's if you get lucky and pay the bare minimum. You're on a payment plan. I I know, I've been there, done that. Anyway, so you are left with $250 a week to court your woman or to pour in and invest in yourself. Now, if you save that $400 every month, if you save that $400 every month, at the end of the year, you'll have almost $5,000 to invest in yourself and be wise and create a passive and residual income. But instead, you'd rather go get some coochie and try to impress her with like McDonald's.
All she's telling you is stop worrying about going on a date with a woman and worry more about investing into yourself to create more money to go on a date.
Other than protecting yourself from a potential attacker, that you choosing to be masculine has worked out better for you than you choosing to be feminine. It's never a time that when you choose masculinity, that it has a better outcome with men than you choosing femininity. You have to harness your superpower. Your feminine nature is a superpower. Your soft girl energy is a superpower. Yes. Being soft is actually a strong woman. Yes. Weak women are the ones that try to act like they're strong when they're really not. Because if you masculine women want to be men, y'all would be the weakest in the street. Y'all can't push the goddamn couch up the jet stair. Y'all hoes can't change the oil. Y'all can't goddamn beat nobody ass out here. So if women were actually trying to be men, they would be the weakest in the world. So stop doing that and harness your superpowers, because if you learned how to shut up, be soft, be submissive, be feminine, you can get just about everything you wanted from a man. All you would have to do is bat your eyes and stand up. Other than
Woo, straight facts. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.